Welcome back to another banger video, and today we're going over the best settings you can use in Fortnite on PC to actually get the OG graphic style back. Now again, this is not going to be a one-to-one replica. As you know, some of the Fortnite OG textures and graphics were changed to be more up-to-date, so it's not going to look one-to-one exactly the same, but this is the absolute closest you can get without any extra modifications to your game or any modifications that might cause you some trouble with Epic Games. So with these settings, you're going to get your game going from looking something like this to something like this. Now, it looks absolutely insane, and I find it crazy that you can even get your game to look that much similar in game and in the lobby and stuff like that, just to the OG style of graphics. But it is completely possible, and a lot of people don't know that you can do this just using some simple in-game settings. So let's go ahead and get straight into the video. First off, what you want to do is head on over to your Fortnite settings. Now, over here in your Fortnite settings, you are going to find you have your brightness setting, you have your graphic rendering API, which is right here. So it's going to say rendering mode, and most of you are probably either on performance mode or DirectX 12. Maybe asking yourself, why wouldn't I use DirectX 11 when I have DirectX 12? Now, DirectX 12 is the newer, more up-to-date version of the rendering API, which was introduced in Chapter 2 of Fortnite. So sometime along in Chapter 2, they did start switching over the game from DirectX 11 to DirectX 12, which it did change the way the graphics were rendered and the way they just look in general. So again, you can also read on the side here, it says DirectX 12 is the newer graphics API. It may offer performance increase over DirectX 11, and it's required to enable Nanite. So Nanite is actually enabled through DirectX 12, such as Lumen as well, which actually does change the way your game looks as a whole. So it is a newer graphics rendering API, which was not used in the OG setting of Fortnite. So in OG Fortnite, they used DirectX 11 to make the graphics. So the first step to actually get your game looking like the OG graphic style is, of course, changing your game over to DirectX 11. Now, for most modern PCs and even some older ones, you actually will have better performance on DirectX 11 than DirectX 12, as DirectX 12 does offer some of those newer enhancements for newer GPUs, but on DirectX 11, you're going to have better performance on some of the older cards, and you're going to see about the same performance as if you were to play on DirectX 12 on newer cards. So you definitely won't see probably a performance increase on DirectX 11 with these settings than DirectX 12, but you definitely won't see a performance drop. So some people may see performance increase, some people will have the same performance as DirectX 12, but you definitely will not get a drop in performance whatsoever. So first of all, change your game rendering mode over to DirectX 11, click on apply, and it is going to prompt you to restart your game. Now, I'm going to click on restart here, and I'll be back with you guys once my game has fully restarted. Once you are back inside the game, your game will now look a little bit different than it did before. If you're coming from DirectX 12, it may look a little bit slightly worse, like lighting-wise and shader-wise, than DirectX 12 when you switch to DirectX 11, but if you're in performance mode, you will see a better graphical setting here. So, once you have reloaded your game, make sure you head on back into the settings again, as we have a few more settings we need to go over. Next, scroll down, and we're going to be going down to the graphics settings, and for this, I recommend using the highest your PC can handle. Now for me, I'm going to be setting this to all epic, as for me, I can do that just fine and have a smooth gameplay experience. So if you do want to have a smoother gameplay experience, I recommend choosing the one that your PC can best handle, so you can translate this over from DirectX 12. If on DirectX 12 you could use epic settings, you can definitely use epic settings again on DirectX 11. Some PCs may also perform better on DirectX 11, so you can also go from DirectX 12 epic settings or medium, and then go to DirectX 11 and be able to play on epic settings if you are medium on DirectX 12. So again, you can try to mess with these settings a little bit more than DirectX 12, and you may even see better performance. Now for me, again, I'm going to be playing on all maximum settings. So here we go, I have epic and everything is on. And then scrolling up, we have two more settings to go over. So for the user interface contrast, I recommend using a 1.02. Makes it a little bit darker and looks a little bit nicer. This isn't really OG, but I just think it makes the game look a little bit nicer. Next, going on over to the brightness tab, we're going to be changing the brightness setting down to 77%. Now it's going to make the game a little bit darker, kind of how it was back in Chapter 1, so it's just going to make the game all around a little bit darker. Nothing too crazy, but it does add that little bit of extra aspect to it. Next, we have one more setting to go over to make this all come together quite nice, and that's going to be your NVIDIA settings. Now, if you have a GPU card, I recommend Googling how to change your color settings the same as I'm about to do here on NVIDIA, so make sure you do indeed go check that out. Now, it should be the same exact process, as all we're going to be changing is the contrast or saturation of the game, so it should be the same no matter what card you're on. On NVIDIA, go ahead and open up the little caret symbol here, or your tray, and right-click on the NVIDIA icon. You can also right-click on your desktop, and you'll see the same menu just like this. You're going to go into the NVIDIA control panel. You can also press on your Windows key and type NVIDIA control panel, and you should also see it in there as well. Once you are inside the NVIDIA control panel, click on the left side. You should be on change resolution by default. Click on adjust desktop color settings and scroll down. make sure you have your main monitor selected, the one you'll be playing on, and for me, it is already selected. Scroll down and you'll see digital vibrance. Once you see that setting there, just go ahead and drag it up to 75%. So we're adding an extra 25% of digital vibrance to our game, aka saturation or contrast. Now, I did apply the setting and I can see it, but you cannot on OBS yet. Let me fix that for you right now. Now you guys can see just how good the game looks with these new settings applied, and as you can see, the game looks a whole lot more vibrant, colorful, and just all around a lot nicer. I'm not just going to give you guys some short little thing here and try to like play it off in the lobby and not show you guys what it looks like in game before you decide to use it. Let's go ahead and hop straight into a game. I'm going to show you what these settings look like in game. And now that I have loaded into the game 100%, as you can see, the graphics look absolutely insane. They're going to look a lot different than what you're used to, and as you can see, they just look absolutely stunning. Now, again, this isn't going to look one-to-one like the OG graphics, but as for me, I have tested a lot of different graphic settings, and this is the closest I could find to the OG style of graphics. So again, this is pretty close. Something else to keep in mind as well while you're watching this video is you may notice some stutters in the video or my FPS dropping up there, and that is not because of the graphic settings. Now, keep in mind that when you switch from a graphics rendering API to another, you're going to have graphic shader caching. So when your game switches graphics rendering API, it does cache those shaders on your GPU so you can actually store them and load them faster. So if you do switch over from DirectX 12 for performance mode to DirectX 11, you will notice some stutters in your game while it does do this caching in the background. So bear with it as it does do that. I did play a few games before I made this video to try to prevent that in the video, but if you do see that, that is why. So I'm going to go ahead and leave the footage running in the background to show you guys the gameplay, put on some music, and let you guys enjoy the way the game looks and handles. And again, if you do see any stutters, that is not because of my PC or the settings at all. It is because of the shader caching. So you can look that up on your own if you would like to as well. But if you do try these settings out for yourself and you are lagging, simply play a few games and you will notice the lagging goes away. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys back at the end.
something at the edge of space, calling us to fly away.
And as you can see, just like that, a 13 kill win on these settings. It played absolutely amazing, absolutely smooth. There was no lag in the actual fights or anything like that itself. Something quick, something easy. It didn't lag or stutter at all while I was playing, which was awesome. And it does not have the same drawbacks as DirectX 12, where it decreases your FPS a ton, trying to do that extra lighting stuff and everything like that. So my PC isn't some NASA PC. It is a pretty high-end PC. It is almost a maxed out PC. But at the same time, I don't get 240 FPS constantly on max DirectX 12 settings. So even if I do max out like DirectX 12, I may get like 120 to 150 in Battle Royale compared to when I'm on DirectX 11 and playing on OG and max settings and stuff like that. I'm getting that constant 240 with, you know, a little slight dip to 210 sometimes, but I never drop below like 200 FPS. So my monitor is a 240 hertz monitor. It keeps up perfectly. I don't have any performance issues with these settings at all, period. And it looks absolutely amazing. Feels just like the old game. And yeah, just plays all around amazingly. So I'll catch you guys back in the lobby for the quick outro. And finally, I just want to say, guys, real quick, I know I did just talk a lot, but again, if you guys haven't already, I would appreciate it if you guys did join my Discord. It's community Discord. Come hang out, chill, whatever. We do XP, stuff like that, XP talking, just general all around community things. You can join it by just clicking the link in the description down below. Now, if you guys do need any help or anything like that, feel free to go in the comments down below and ask any questions you may have. Now, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. And if you don't want to miss when I post another banger video just like this one, make sure you guys do like, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you don't miss when I post a brand new video. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.